guys, it's your girl renamoeee, and I'm back at it again with another video. And today we're gonna talk about my college experiences. I'm driving right now, so y'all know like I gotta look at the road or I'm gonna kill myself. So I'm doing a story time. I ain't did a story time in a really long time, but my first story time was one of y'all favorite videos. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you can get them notifications whenever I'm posting something new. And yeah, we'll get into the video. I have a guest in my car, but I'm not sure if they want me to put the camera on them or so they can speak to y'all, but okay, so you're gonna have to
What's up, y'all? My name Ryan. You can call me Dundada. You know, I'm chilling with Raina, doing her little story time game.
Okay, so this story time, I don't know if it's gonna be real funny or just like all over the place, but basically, my freshman year of college, I went to Alabama A&M University, and I had a roommate. So I'm gonna call my roommate, because you know you gotta make up fake names so you can get sued. I'm going to call her Python, because she was a snake ass bitch. Okay, so Python is my roommate, so y'all gotta keep up. You gotta keep up with the story. Python is my roommate, and then my friend, my best friend at the time, I'm gonna call her Morgan. And then Morgan's roommate, I'm going to call her Tiffany. And so we're gonna start from the beginning. Earlier this day, like I think I went to class. Me and Morgan, we used to meet up all the time after classes and go to the caf. So when we came back from our classes or whatever from the caf, we went into Morgan's room. Now, Morgan's roommate was real, like, she was never there. She had a boyfriend, older or whatever. She had older friends. She was never fucking there. So we used to always be in Morgan's room or whatever, just like chilling. So
turn right onto West 150.
That same day, they had a little issue or whatever because she was complaining about the trash or whatnot. So they had a little spiel about trash, whatever. The girl left her a note, like a weirdo. Not a text message, a fucking note. So she basically told her, like, you dirty, you need to put your stuff in the trash or something like that. So we just like, okay, now there's that issue. Then I decided I was going to spend the night in Morgan's room that night, because if it was a problem, it was going to be a problem. You feel me? And she was going to have backup. So I spent the night up in there. Now, the roommate, remember I told y'all she was never there, so she didn't come back. She didn't come back that night. Wait, no, I'm missing something. Okay, skip all of that what I just said. Start off with the trash. So she left her a note or whatever and all that. So then that's when we decided, like, I'm gonna spend the night up in her room. I'm gonna spend the night in the room with you because just in case it's an issue. Boom, that was figured out. So I had a little boo on campus at the time. Let's call him.
Turn right, then the destination is on your left.
Right. Bitch. She trying to kill me. Okay, so we're gonna name my boo. Shit, I don't know. Give me a name. I can't even think of a name.
Turn right onto West 154th Street, then turn right.
We're gonna call him Dee or whatever. That's gay.
Yeah.
That's a girl name.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Call Sean.
Okay, we're gonna call him Sean. So me and Sean, we had a study date, and in the middle of our study date, they started shooting on campus. Now, Alabama A&M had this little rivalry going on.
Turn right onto Wood Street.
Within itself. So it was basically like Alabama versus Alabama. Dumbest shit I ever heard, but whatever. It was Mobile, Alabama versus Birmingham, Alabama. So basically, some dudes from Birmingham came up there because it was some dudes from Mobile that I guess, I don't know, maybe it's reversed. they was just talking or whatever. It was an issue. One of their homies got beat up, and it was one of their homies got jumped, I think. And all of the dudes from Mobile and Alabama was just fighting each other all fucking day long. So now, mind you, I have to keep up. So they locked the campus down. So you had to be in your room by, I think, 12, or you was gonna get fined, arrested, or something like that. So Sean, he had dropped me back off at my room before all this happened, and I'm like looking for my friend Morgan, because I remember I told y'all I was staying with her that night because of what happened with her and her roommate. So we go, I go in my room and wait for Morgan to get back. So Morgan finally comes back, and we go into her room. Now, Alabama A&M is an HBCU, and it is cheap as hell, y'all. Cheap as hell. And the randomest stuff used to just be happening. So we sitting there, and it's like, we like, oh, it's cold. It's cold. So we cut the heat on. I'm like, you don't smell that? She like, smell what? I'm like, it smell like something little, you know, burning. So she go over to the vent. She's like, I think it's the vent. I'm just like, maybe it's just because it just cut on, so we ain't paying no attention. I kid y'all not, that motherfucker caught on fire. It started catching on fire. So we like, what the fuck? Had to get our RA. They had the fire department came or whatever and told her like she can't sleep in there for the night or whatever, because it was, you know, the thing caught on fire and it's like dangerous. So we drug her bed into my room on the floor, and we was just gonna have a big sleepover in there. Now, mind you, we really didn't have that many issues with Python. Python was just weird as fuck to me, and like she was like bipolar a little bit in my eyes, because she would always change her mood on how she felt about us. And really, I just think it was some underlying jealousy because I'm that bitch. Simple. So we just in there or whatever, and so I'm like, let me check on my friend, because my friend, I know for a fact he was in like one of the incidents involved in the Mobile versus Birmingham stuff. So I'm like, let me check on him, make sure he's okay. So, oh, and me and Morgan stayed right across from each other. Like, our rooms was dead across from each other. So I'm like, let me check on him. I snapped him like, yo, you good or whatever. He like, hell no, I'm stuck in Palmer. I said, you stuck in Palmer? He like, yeah. Now, mind you, we stayed in Palmer. I'm like, you lying. I think he was just saying that because we stayed there or whatever. He like, I'm like, what you mean you stuck in Palmer? He like, man, they was trying to arrest people, so I ran up the stairs all the way to the 4th floor, and I'm hiding in the bathroom. I was in this girl room, but I left out of there, so I'm just hiding in the bathroom. I thought he was playing, y'all. I'm like, no, you not. Come knock on 422. All you hear is, I said, oh shit. I opened the door. This man really was in the fucking bathroom hiding, because they was looking for him. I guess they was trying to arrest him, whatever. So mind you, at this time it's like 1:30 in the morning
At the light.
and we not supposed to have no dudes. Like, dudes cannot come into our dorm, or they can find us and kick us out, something like that's just forbidden, period, unless they checked in, but they can't spend the night. So if he would have left, he would have got fined, because remember I told y'all they did a lockdown. You're supposed to be in your room by a certain time. So, and then he couldn't go down the stairs. We had side doors, but it was like a real heavy lockdown. Police was everywhere. They was not going. So I'm like, okay, he could just stay the night up in here, because Morgan's bed was already on the floor. He just spent the night on here, and Morgan sleep in bed with me. Now, Python was not that like liked as a person. A lot of people didn't really like her. We had a lot of friends, but a lot of them really didn't like her. They said she was just like not their cup of tea. So the boy that was in the room, I'm gonna call him Jacob. So Jacob was a jokester. Like, he will treat your life, like hurt your feelings type shit. Like, he'll say anything that comes to his name, don't care. But it was funny because we was friends, and that's what we did. We always talk about each other, blah, blah, blah. We talking or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Jacob starts joking on us, and then he started joking on Python. Now, mind y'all, the girl been asleep this whole time. Even when we drugged Morgan's bed in the room, she been in her bed sleep this entire time. So we started joking or whatever and all of that stuff. She wakes up and says something like, she wake up out her sleep and say something really weird. Like, I forgot what she said, but it was something like, I don't know. She said something really weird, and we was just like, what the fuck? So then, well, he just was talking. Then she woke up again. Now she's up for real this time. She woke up for real. Now she up. And she calls her big sister. They was big, all right. She calls her big sister and like,
I can't do this. I can't do this. This is too much for me. I can't be here anymore. These people are crazy. I don't think I'm strong enough for this.
Like, y'all just start having a fucking like panic attack. And we just like, what the fuck? Like, we were just so confused because it was so like, she woke up out her sleep and called her sister and just started going ballistic. Just started having a panic attack. And we like, we don't know what to do because she just walking in and out of the room. So then we like, okay, what the fuck? Just start laughing at her ass. So then she gets off the phone with her sister. It's something back there. She gets up, goes out of the room, and we just in there talking. And Jacob's telling us about everything that happened with the fight. And she comes back in the room. Now, this time she was gone for a long time, like a long time. And then she came back. I told Morgan, I said, I think she went to go snitch on us. She like, she wouldn't do that. I don't think she'd do that. Because like we said, it was really no issues. Yeah, he's supposed to stop. Like I said, it was really no real issues with us. Like, we wasn't the best of friends, but we was cool. We still went to parties and stuff together because we roommates. We gotta look out for each other. But I told her, I'm like, nah, Gia, I think she snitched for real. And so all you know is the RA just busted in the room. And he like, he hid up under my he hid up under my desk or whatever. And we threw a cover on top of him and put the chair right there. So she like, I can see y'all. I can see him. We like, what you talking about? She's like, I can see him. She like, come from up under them. So she's like, you need to give me your name. He would not give it to her. Like, he kept saying like, it's Johnny or something like that. He was not trying to give her his name because like I told y'all, they was not playing about this lockdown. So what happened? So basically they kept asking like, who brought him in the room? And I was telling them like, no, who brought him in the building? We was telling him like, he was already in the building. Like, he was already here. He had just asked to come up in here so he could use a phone or something like that. The RA, she kept like asking him his name. They got into an argument. She's like, she's about to call the police if he don't give her her name. He's like, go ahead, call the police. So she called the police. Okay? She called the fucking police. Now, y'all, when I tell y'all it was one of him, we lived there already. We lived there. It was three police came up there. Now, by the time she went to go get the police, he was gone already. He dipped. Don't know how. Don't know what happened. He dipped. He was gone. So then that left me and Morgan. Now, Python is telling the RA like, they brought him in here. He was been messing with me and all of this stuff and blah, 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 blah. Now, not one time did she say he needs to leave. Not one time did she say anything like he getting on my nerve, whatever. They were going back and forth. So we're laughing like they treating each other like, you know, having to like a frying contest, treat each other, whatever. So we just like, why is it an issue now? You should have been said something. Like, he could have went back to where he was at in the first place. Like, if it was that issue, because at the end of the day, that is her room. You know what I'm saying? But she never once said she had a problem. So now the RA like, okay, well, one of y'all needs to tell me who brought him in here. And I showed her like the message, like, he was already here. I'm not getting in trouble for something. And that you're the one who failed to do an inspection on your floor when there was a lockdown. That's her fault. She's the RA. She's in charge of that, not me. So she just like, basically she kind of left it alone. But at the same time, she didn't, because we got a $250 fine. And we also had to do like, what's it called? It's kind of like detention for college. What the fuck is that shit called? I don't know. But basically it was like detention for college. Corona. So so we had to do that or whatever, but you know, we was getting out of that. Didn't pay no fine. Got out of all of that. So after the RA left or whatever, that was it. RA asked Morgan why she was in there. We told her. So then now I'm mad, y'all, and I'm not gonna lie, I was not a bully, but when I felt how I felt, I was gonna make sure you understood how I felt. I changed though. God saved me. So at the moment, I asked her, I'm like, Python, you snitched on us? She like, no, I didn't snitch on y'all. Which way I'm going? She like, no, I didn't snitch on y'all. I'm like, okay, so how did she know to just come in this room? She wasn't doing a room inspection at 3, 4 in the morning. So what happened? And she like, okay, but why is he in my room talking about me? And I'm telling her, like, if you felt some type of way, why was you going back and forth with him? Like, you could have been said, like, leave me alone or something. You the one who woke up and had a panic attack, like the devil took over your body or something. Like, y'all would, if y'all was there, y'all thought she was possessed. Like, she woke up fucking screaming like a psychopath. So I'm like, you should have been said something. Like, what was the purpose of you snitching? And you know that we not supposed to have people in the room right now. But whenever you have company over and don't nobody snitch on you, don't nobody say nothing, when stuff is going your way, then you know, you good. But then when you feel some type of way, you mad. So I just kept saying stuff. I was really pissed off, y'all. I kept saying stuff. So then she kept trying to argue. So we getting into it, and I told her, like, if you really tough, like, do something. Like, I was at the point where I wanted to fight. So then Morgan just laughing like, yeah, you weak as fuck. Like, why would you do that? Like, we was just feeling some type of way. So the bitch leaves out, right? Now, mind y'all, they just came in the room and did all this. She leaves out and disappears again. So I'm like, well, I mean, what can she do? This is my room. We're roommates. So, like, what the fuck can she do? Y'all, all I know is somebody bangs on the door. I looked through the peephole. I said, Morgan, it's like 20 police officers out there. She said, no, it's not. I opened the door, y'all. I counted 8 police officers. It was so many of them. They were like, was it sibling? They were like, whose room is this? Like, they doing a raid or something. I'm like, first of all, this is my room. What's the issue? They're like, you all are threatening her and trying to put y'all hands on her or something like that. Basically, they were saying like we was threatening her and she was in danger. She told them that she started crying. She was telling them like we was trying to hurt her and all this stuff, like a fucking weirdo, y'all. The girl was really crazy. So I'm telling them like we're arguing. Like, we're arguing. I don't see what the problem is. She's responding. Keep straight or to go this little curve.
Yeah, you know her.
So I'm telling them like she's responding, so I don't see the problem. And they're like, well, she feels like her life is in danger, so y'all have to leave. I said, leave? Where are we gonna go? Like, whatever. They're like, y'all gonna have to go back in what's the name's room, or y'all gonna have to find somewhere else to stay for the night. And I'm arguing with them. Don't argue with the police, y'all. Don't do that. But I'm arguing with them because I'm like, this is my room. Like, I'm not about to leave my room and I'm paying thousands of dollars for this. She's lying. She's steady saying her life is in danger, and ain't nobody even got out the bed and got in her face and none of that stuff. I just was real like mad because why would you go snitch on us and put $300 on each one of us? Like, slight right? I'm like, why would you do that or whatever? So they tell us like, oh no, y'all gotta go this. They like, y'all gotta go or whatever like that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. we like, well, we finna have to go back in Morgan's room, and the fire department just told us not to go back up in there. So if something happens, then what? So we go back up in Morgan's room, and her roommate is still not there. Whatever. We went to sleep. We wake up, her roommate there, getting dressed, got an attitude or whatever. Whatever. Be mad, sis. So I go in my room. When I tell y'all, it was like, Python was nasty. Like, our room had this smell, and I never realized that the smell was there for a long time. And we thought like it's because the room had mold in it. Now, A&M University is mold in their stuff. They could say whatever, sue me, it's definitely mold in there. So we thinking like, oh, it must be mold in the walls or whatever. But I'm telling y'all, it used to stink so bad in my room, and they used to irritate me because if y'all know me, I hate like stenches. I hate stenches. So I used to always have like Febreze, air freshener, candles, all of that stuff, because I don't like stuff like that. So I go in a room, it's stuff everywhere. The girl never opened her closet. The closet was open. It was food in there. It was dirty panties in there. It was like you know how you make noodles and the noodle water still be up in there? It was bowls full of noodle water in her closet. In her closet. And she had it all over the floor. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm like, you're going to have to pick all of this stuff up. Like, I started going in because that pissed me off. And she's like singing, ignore me. So I started kicking her stuff, like, pick it up. Like, why you have all this everywhere? And she like, I'm leaving. Don't worry about it. I'm leaving. I'm like, well, you need to leave faster because this stuff is not finna see her. And I was real close with my, the dorm mom or whatever, the one that's like over the whole dorm. So I went down and told her like she needs to get this stuff up because I can't even get dressed in my room. That's how much stuff was on the floor. I couldn't even walk. She like, Python, hurry up, you got to get all your stuff because she needs to get dressed for class or whatever. And so basically she got BGC'd out of her own room. Okay, goodbye, gone. So I told Morgan, like, she leaving. Like, that's your chance, you know. Come on. So, long story short, to move all of that through data pass. Once me and Morgan came back from the caf and went upstairs to our room, we went in Morgan's room first. We sat on the bed. Her entire bed fell apart. The whole bed. Her roommate unscrewed her bed, y'all. I was like, I was so scared. I don't know what was happening. Like, we just sat on the bed. You know, college beds is real high. So we sat on the bed and the whole bed just like fell. So we're like, what the, like, did she really do that? Like, our roommates were so terrible. So all of that happened literally within like 24 hours, and me and Morgan became roommates. So that's how that ends. But I'm gonna just tell y'all, my roommate, I got so many stories on her. The girl, what? She was so like weird and nasty and just like a psychopath. Like, if I could, y'all, I have so many pictures of like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like a little mean girl, I guess, but I'm not like that no more. But I have so many pictures of her like just doing the nastiest shit. Like, she was disgusting. I used to wake up and she would be like touching my stuff. I did hair when I was in college, so like she would be using my brushes, and I had separate stuff for my clients and for me, you know, not to cross contaminate or whatever. I remember one time I woke up and I don't know, I woke up really weird and my eyes was just open. I didn't even move my body. And she was just like going through all of my stuff. And I just sat there and looked at her. And as soon as she saw that I was awake, she just ran out the room. Didn't say anything, just ran out the room. I was just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, she was so weird. And the stench the whole time in the closet was her, y'all. Once she left, the room never stunk again. Never. And when I tell y'all, I lived in Alabama, so you know when it's hot, and my room was facing the sun. I lived on a hill, so it's extremely hot all the time. That room used to stink so bad. And I swear, y'all, I used to be like, what is that? Because I got there before she did, and I did not smell anything. Okay, guys, so that's my story time for today, the Car Chronicles. I think this is episode 4 or 5. I think 5. But yeah, so that's my story time for today. I'm gonna call that my roommate from hell part 1, or college something to do with something to do with school. I don't know, but I'm gonna have a lot more stories about college, because my college experience was crazy. I was always into some mess. Always. So make sure you all like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that bell so you can get the notifications, and let me know what y'all think of this video. Leave some comments below and let me know. Share this with your homies, your brother, your sister, your mother, your cousin. Share it to everybody you know, and I love y'all. Check in later.